Yeah, you've gotten a bit of a bad rap over the years for some of the things you've done on the course and helping to achieve that. I want to read off a couple things. You once kicked a camera out of the hands of a New York Daily News photographer. You once grabbed a camera from an off-duty police officer. Another time you took a spectator's camera and allowed it to roll in the pond. It's kind of funny, but I mean, how would you, because it is something that people have gotten on you for, how would you justify the reasoning behind those actions?
Well, a couple of those actions came before the tour actually provided, decent security. Players, the very, very best players, the ones that attract the most galleries. The PGA Tour does an incredible job now of providing their own security, the PGA Tour security that look after these players and provide a detailed team to help them. But when I first started out, a couple of these tournaments didn't have those people, and it just it can become very frustrating when a guy has a camera and you tell him once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times that you can't use a camera while these guys are playing. And hey, sometimes your actions at the time, and I'm an aggressive person, and you take things in your own hands, but the camera that went in the water, we were playing in the skins game, and the guy because he was a sponsor of the event, and he was walking inside the ropes, and he continually used the camera, and he took a shot right on the downswing of a bunker shot, a delicate bunker shot. Tiger was trying to get the ball up and down to stay in the hole in a skins game event, and consequently, he hit a very poor shot because he flinched when the guy, the frustration got the better of me, But
what else can you do when you repeatedly ask somebody and
correct.
they elect
it's just like the same guy with the New York Post.
Tiger
was playing at Shinnecock in the US Open, and this guy continually was taking a roll of film of a swing sequence, and he was doing it on the range. And we told him like 3 or 4 times the range that that's not permitted while players are warming up. And then he'd get on the first tee, and he got underneath a billboard behind the back of the first tee, and took a swing sequence shot right on his tee shot. It's one of those ones that go tick, 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 tick. It blows your concentration. And that was incredibly frustrating. When a professional's playing in silence and something that you're not expecting to hear, it just takes your mind off it for that split second, and invariably you don't hit the shot that you're trying to hit, and it can be very costly at the wrong time. So as I said, I always tried to provide a level playing field, and any incident comes. It's just not something, a random incident. There's always something behind an incident that leads to the actions that you take.